So, look, man, I'm sitting over it's really hard to like get out, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a it's a topic that I don't think a lot of people are covering, but you know, it almost feels as if society is trying its hardest to push people away from who they were, who they once were. You know, like the person that you grew up with, the person that the kid, the little kid inside of you that cherishes the feeling of being told that somebody's proud of you, or cherishes the feeling of wanting to dream and fulfill dreams. I think society is trying to kill that. I think, and some people could probably be like, yeah, of course, society's trying to kill that. Of course, we know society's, but then why don't we stop it? Why don't we put an end to it at the very second, like right now? Why do we acknowledge it and then not put an end to it? Why? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing that's driving me insane, is because for the past 27 years, from me being conceived into this world, I have been told things. I have been told many of things that, and then I find out are not true. And then I get told something else, and then I find out that's not true. Then I get told something, and then I find out this is true. And then all this, and you feel what I'm saying? I'm getting fed information that's deviating away from in here, because I can hear all this, right? I can hear all this. But what does it mean if the person inside here, what does it mean if that person inside here doesn't really want to, doesn't really want to agree with this stuff, like to stand for something. And then when you take a stand for something, there's always people that will come in and try to ruin the protest, that will try to ruin what you stand for. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people that will come in and try to just take it all away, just ruin what you stand for. And what I stand for is finding yourself, regaining who you once were as a person, because that person saw the world in a beautiful way that almost seemed endless. It seemed endless. And then, people will say, like, yeah, well, we had to wake up to reality. And I think living in reality is fine because you have to, but you also need to have a sense of imagination. Your inner child can't go away. You know what I'm saying? Like, your inner child can't just go away. It's not how I feel this works. That's not how I think this works. And from what I'm seeing, my inner child has never went away. It's always been there, and I thought I lost it. I thought I did. I thought I lost my inner child for a second, and when I regained it, I was like, holy crap, man, like, that's me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's me. And I had to look in the mirror for a second and really just sit and put an old picture of myself to the mirror and look and see, like, that's me. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, really taking the picture, not surface level, but just really remembering, like, this is me, and it's always a part of me. It's always here inside of me. And it's just how I think society is trying to push us away from that, man. Look at all the stuff that they want you to look at. Look at all the stuff that they want you to look at. I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist here. I'm just saying, like, look at all the stuff they want you to look at. The chains, the females, the lifestyle, all that. I was shown that lifestyle pretty early. I was shown it pretty early by the people I used to hang around and the people that were associated with my family. And the lifestyle is beautiful. It's beautiful. It's amazing. But at the end of the day, most of them weren't happy. They weren't fully happy. And you could say, like, oh, if I had that much money, I'd be happy. And it's like, yeah, you could, but you never know. You know, inner happiness, from what I've seen, doesn't just come from the material things that you buy. It comes from finding comfort within yourself. And I think finding comfort within yourself is more than just finding comfort within society. I think you need to be comfortable with this right here. Comfortable in this. And that only stems from just letting go and breaking free from everything that everyone's told you, everything that everyone has told you, everything society has told you, everything, all the stipulations put onto your character because you had to diminish it for people, all the times that you literally had to draw back from a situation because you didn't want to put your all into it, because you didn't want other people to to realize that you have a light and it shines bright. And I know I see a bunch of posts on Instagram everywhere where there's just like, don't dim your light for people. But for me, what I stand for even more within, don't dim your light for people, I stand for brighten that shit up, brighten that light up. Because I love to just bask in the light of people who actually have a light. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll go out and I love to dance and I love to incorporate my emotions into my dance. When I see somebody else incorporating their emotions into their dance and they're really conveying an art style, I praise it to the highest, and I love to watch and bask in it because it's so rare. It's so rare. It's so rare, and it's authentic. And authenticity is what I stand for. I stand for that shit. Like I genuinely stand for authenticity. Like my message has always been to find yourself and gain authenticity, Like everything that I do, everything that I embody has been me. And now, it may not have always been the right way. It may have been some bumpy roads. It may have been some moments where I actually felt like I wasn't going to wake up the next day because I was going to make the decision. But through all that, like, I did it my way and found a little bit of peace. You know what I'm saying? And within that peace came this feeling that I can prepare myself for the worst. And so going out into the world and dealing with people that have not prepared themselves for the worst. And what I mean the worst is this. Everything that is the worst is up here. And some people don't have that in check outside. Some people don't. And it can take you to another place. It can spiral you. It can really fuck you up outside. The amount of the people that don't have this in check. Honestly, for me, I can tell you right now, I'm still not 100%. I'm still not. I'm still finding new layers to myself, but I know damn sure I'm not going out there and I'm not spreading negativity to people. I don't want to do that because if you spread negativity, that's all you get. You know what I'm saying? Like, just complete understanding is all you need to go out there. That's all you need, like, just complete understanding. And, through all, just sitting in that shit, just sitting in my mind trying to get that shit right, I found that it's a scary place to be. It's so scary. Bro, like, your mind is so scary. It's a horror film. it, literally, the inside of your mind is a horror film. And you could say it's just me, but so much doubt, insecurities, anxiety, fear, and everything live up here. And, you know, if you don't have it in check, it's almost as if like, it's almost as if you're being possessed. You don't know who's controlling you. You don't know who is controlling you. You think it's you, but then you find out it's not even you. It's a part of you that you thought was you. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I'm saying society is trying to push people away from that inner kid and develop a characteristic to themselves that isn't real. It's not real. Like, I can't stress it enough. It's not real. None of that. And yes, the success, the money, the fame, all that might be real. But the message is not real. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I feel like I'm going crazy because of the fact that I've always saw through it. I've always seen through it. I've always seen through it. When people would tell me to listen to this person, I say no. I want to listen to this person. If people have always told me like, no, you need to rock this ice. You need to get ice and chains and all that. You need to chain yourself out, bro. I'm still to this day wearing necklaces and the chain that I got from my childhood. Like, no, because this, as a kid, I didn't do this. I didn't rock chains and grills. I didn't do that. I wrote in my book. I wrote in my journal. I played video games. I played piano. I wrote music. I didn't do none of that shit. Because as a kid, all I needed was my imagination. And this is what I mean. That society is trying to push you away. It's trying to push you away. And what's crazy is the more people I try to help, the more people seem to try to shoot me. You know what I'm saying? The more people try to shoot me. Like, why are you shooting me? Like, if society really gave a damn about you, they would have called you. I'm here trying to tell you that all this is a facade to take you away from your childhood. So you can't solve all that shit. It's distractions so you can't solve and get rid of childhood or understand childhood trauma. All of it is to make you not have a chance to have quiet time. You know what I'm saying? And there are times when I find myself not having quiet time because I feel like I need to fill in that space. But then I remember I don't have to. I don't have to fill in that space. I honestly can sit here and be in my mind all day. All day. I can do that. I don't have to go on Instagram and do this. I don't have to go out there and party. I don't have to smoke and get as high as possible because other people are telling me to. I can sit right here and waste, you call it wasting time. I could sit right here and be in my mind all day. And right now, me talking to you is actually me getting all these thoughts out into the open. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of just sitting here thinking about him, I told myself, I was like, you know what? No. Somebody needs to say something. Somebody needs to say something, bro. Because this isn't, and this is why you see all the artists and people that you see influencing everything. They have almost the same facade. It's the same facade. The ones who are real usually feel like they have a character up. They feel like they have another level to themselves. But the facades don't change. The mask stays the same. The facade does not change. And it drives people to want to chase that facade instead of chasing what they already had. You know what I mean? And then you got people who are literally spending their rent money to go see these people that don't know them. And they want to be just like them. But it's like, your biggest hero, my biggest hero was always myself and my dad. Those are my two biggest heroes. Because when I asked for help, Superman didn't come to my aid. Batman didn't come to help me. You know who came? My dad. Or it was me. I had to do it. Or my dad had to do it. Those are the two people. Those are the two people that would always save me when I needed helping. When I needed somebody to save me, those are my two people. And those are who I looked up to, because everybody else, if I needed help, if I needed to be saved, or if I needed some type of assistance, I can't call Chance the Rapper. I can't call the baby. I can't call these people. They can't do anything for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything that I had to go through, or everything that I that comes into my life, I have to process it, because now I'm my own person and I can speak to my family about it, but it comes through me. And this goes for a lot of young men as well, which I hope they haven't, and they're trying to get them young. The society's trying to get them as young as possible, hooked on to this culture, so that they can't just sit and figure themselves out. Society wants to take them. I'm telling you, bro, society wants to take the youth, wring their hands around their neck with false idols and false identities, and choke them until they die. That's what they want to do. Make copies. Just make copies of people. They can keep this money wheel going. And it's like, somebody's got to put a cog in the wheel. Someone's got to put a stick in the cog. I mean, somebody's got to stop it. Somebody has to say something. You know what I'm saying? Say something. And people usually will talk about it. You know, I've seen some people talk about it, but I'm pushing. I've been pushing for years. And the only reason why nothing has ever just exploded is because I get called crazy, or I get told that what I'm talking about is corny. And it's like, I'm just trying to save the world. Because the world, obviously, every time I look on there, there's people that are feeling depressed. There's people that are feeling this type of way. There's people that are killing themselves. There's people that literally they try to hold on to nostalgia. They try so hard to hold on to things in the past. And you have to let it go. You have to let it go. Look at me. You have to let it go. I had to let it go. We can't go back. We can't. We can't get a time machine. We can't build anything. We can't go back. We can't. Mom, Dad, they're getting older. Everybody is. And we can't go. We only can go forward. We can't go back. That's not how this works. And people are trying to hold on to it so badly. They're trying to. But it's not worth it. You'll kill yourself. Trust me. Like, please, trust me. If you hold on to nostalgia, it will kill you. It will drain your life until you feel as if you don't want to live in the present. You want to go back to the past, and you will either kill yourself or you'll end up miserable because you only live in the past. I couldn't do that. I don't want other people doing that. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's like all I can do, bro, is just talk. All I can do is just keep trying. You know what I'm saying? Just keep trying with something to just get people to have an understanding that this is evil. You know? Society's trying to push us into something evil. And I don't want that. I don't want that, man. It's scary. You know, like, my mom sees it. My dad definitely sees it. If they see it, and usually they're old school, they have a sense of the world is as it is. But even they said that this is getting out of hand and it's getting evil. And even I know it's evil because we got people turning away from the light. They try to turn you away from the light, bro. That's the whole plan. That's the whole plan. That's what they want, bro. It's what they wanted from the start. Is to turn you away from the light. Like, now people don't even go to church no more because they don't want to worship God because it's corny or because God doesn't exist, whatever. That wasn't the reason of church. At least when I went to church, and I still go, it's to just get the message from something that is pure. You're supposed to get a message. You know what I'm saying? And the message is supposed to be pure, unfiltered, in your face. You know what I'm saying? That's what church for me was. A message that was pure, cut, honest, right in your face. That's what I grew up with. I grew up with somebody who wasn't afraid to tell people that they needed to change or they were going to die. That's who I grew up with. I went to church with with a pastor who was telling everybody that if you do not change your ways, that is killing you, you will die. You will die. If you can't change your eating habits and you're getting bigger, you're going to die. If you can't stop your addiction before it gets out of hand, you're going to die. If you can't stop messing around and fucking your life up, you're going to die. You need to change something, and that's what needs here. Something needs to change because this is evil. It's evil, and it's gonna lead people to die. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why usually you see some of these people that get up there, they die. They try to get up in an evil fashion, and they either die, get killed, or end up on the news. And people will say good publicity, bad publicity is good publicity. I used to be a journalist, bro. We would cover the darker stories instead of the lighter stories because the darker stories sell. People want to feel fear. People want to hear this degenerate shit because it makes them feel comfortable. That's why people love degenerate shit, because they feel comfortable in it. If you just got happy stories all day, well, people are going to turn that shit off because they're not happy with their lives. But if they hear that somebody else got into a car accident and died, oh, we'll tune into that at 6 p.m. It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. And people will be like, when did the world get so... It's always been like this. Always. It always has. It always has. It's just now we got social media. Everybody can see it. Because as my parents will tell, there's evils and there's evils and then there's the light. There's evil and here's the light. Most of the time, people go towards evil. And the movie Sinners was a perfect example. Perfect example. You can see everybody so comfortable in sin. So comfortable in sin and lust, so comfortable in it. While the ones who just want to stay in the light, they're not comfortable. Damn near on the brink of tears, damn near on the brink of insanity, watching and hearing as their friends and people that they don't know, other people, are just delving in sin, and they are just like, what is going on? What is happening? What's happening around me? What is happening around me? Because I must. That's what I'm saying. And usually I'll get people that'll be like, no, man, maybe you're the problem. And I'm like, I take myself out the equation all the time, and I still see it. I still see it. I always take myself out the equation. I always do, because I try to go from a place where I'm a fly on the wall. I don't try to go from a place where I'm here. Sometimes I try to take myself out of a situation and look at it like I'm a spectator, so I can see how things operate. And even then, I see it. I see it. And then when I try to bring the light, here it comes. People will try to bring it right back down. And usually, people always will look at me and remember like, oh, it's the goofy kid. But don't even realize that the goofiest of kids, the goofiest of people, know a dark truth. We know shit because we think about shit all day. We think about the real shit all day. And you think the goofiest people are okay? You think we're all right? You really think the people who laugh and key all day to make sure other people around them are happy, you don't think that they dealing through shit, that they be thinking about some dark shit? Like, and people don't know when to ask that question, like, are you okay? I'm telling you, that society trying to pull you away from in here. Your inner child always knew to be curious. Always knew. Your inner child was always curious. That's what I'm saying. And just out of curiosity, how are you? How are you doing? You know what I'm saying? And most time people are going to lie. But it's still somebody who's genuinely asking, how are you doing? You know? And just really having that moment to connect, because you never know, bro. That could be the last time you see that person. Honestly, you know, like, they almost got me. They almost. And I laugh at it. But it's morbid. But I laugh at it because they almost got me. Almost. Society was beating me up with a stick that was on fire while throwing gasoline at me, making me dance on hot coals for entertainment. Almost. Just for a smidge, just for a slight second, I wanted to stop dancing and place my face on the hot coals and let that shit burn me alive. For a second. Now, you have to think about this. Society was pushing me. People were telling me things. I'm getting hate emails, hate messages, hate comments. People just spreading hate to me. People in my daily life just spreading hate. The people I was working with just spreading hate, negativity, and I'm smiling through everything, trying to hold myself together, until one point I just thought to myself, you know what? I think this might be it. I think this might be it. I think this might be the last one, because I can't. That was last year. And it's crazy to think that that was last year, and probably would not have been making this video. You know what I'm saying? Like, I probably would not have been making this video because I was just I was deviating from my light. I for a while I thought I knew myself at that point. I thought I knew who I was. I thought I had a shield. I thought I had a guard of protection away from all that negative stuff until I didn't realize that negative stuff knows how to break that guard. And so I know I keep saying society. It almost feels like a broken record. But it's true. It's true. I keep putting society because it's everyone as a whole that also follows the narrative. The people who follow the narrative, you know what I'm saying? And it's that narrative that you can't be vulnerable. You can't be vulnerable. You got to have a bulletproof vest on you 24/7 because you never know when shit gonna hit the fan or whatever. You got to have an emotional bulletproof vest on you. That's not true. It's not true. Because I didn't know that life could start packing 50 caliber rounds. I didn't know, but it does. And it pierces right through that armor and it hits you right in the chest, and you sit there and you literally gotta breathe to the heavens. You fighting for life and trying to hope that whatever just pierced your heart didn't go and actually hit your heart. And that's how far I came. To just letting society take that easy shot. Letting the world take that easy shot. Because they already damaged my armor. I was just waiting for the kill shot. Something told me not to do it. Something told me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was honestly gonna there was a bridge not far from the highway. I was gonna jump in and let one of them cars take me off. But for some reason, and it could be a powerful force, I don't know. Something told me to get your ass up. We got work to do. Literally. Something told me to get your ass up. We got work to do. And the more I think about it, the more I start thinking that it might have been my younger self. Because I was even thinking in that hotel room I was in, the moment when I was thinking this, I was like, if my younger self walked in, I'd bless his heart to see what I have become, to see what I look like. Because my younger self was always happy. He was hurting, but he was always happy. But to see his older self actually hurting, and that's why I'm saying, man, like, society wants you so bad. Social media, whatever, wants you so bad to deviate away from your inner child. Deviate away from it. They want you to deviate from who you are, from your history, from your past, and give you a false identity. Look, I'm going to say this. There are no heroes. There are no heroes. Only good and bad people. Good people, like firefighters, can also be bad people. People call it black and white. It's really Black, white, and colorful. You know what I'm saying? If you're not understanding what I'm saying, I'll put it like this. In this world, there's nobody you can really look up to. There's really nobody. Nobody you can look up to except for the person in the mirror. Because you got to wake up to that person every single freaking day. You know what I'm saying? You can't look up to dad. As much as dad helps you, you can't look up to dad. That's what I learned. I can't look up to him because I have to be my own man. You know, and his way of teaching might not be the same way as me. I can only look up to myself. You have to stand for something. They tell you this. You have to stand for something or die in the morning. I'm not dying anymore. I'm tired of dying. I'm tired of dying. I'm taking a stand. I hope you are too, whoever you are. If you don't want to take a stand, if you don't want to speak out against what's happening, if you want to just live and just indulge in social media, indulge in what they tell you on social media and everything that society tells you and wants you to be, cool. For the ones that want to really like understand what's like the past, their childhood, like understand childhood traumas and what they've been through, like, come on, man. It's time we start going to therapy, especially my people. Especially my people. It's time we start going to therapy. It's time we just start, instead of letting vices and evilness distract us from the pain that we have inside. Let's just talk about it. Express it in a way that's not gonna hurt society, but instead allow the ones in society who are like us, the real people, allow the real people. That's what I'll use instead of saying society. Allow the real people to see exactly your pain. Allow real people to see your pain. You know? Like, truly find yourself. And hopefully, I'll be right there with you. Because it's a journey, and I tell you, that journey's not easy. It's not.